Inayat Fatima wasn't just wealthy, she was the daughter of a London business tycoon. Her life sparkled with designer clothes, private jets and five-star galas. To the outside world she had it all. But deep inside, she felt a void. No matter how expensive the jewelry, no matter how lavish the vacations, she couldn't shake the loneliness pressing against her chest. She craved something real, something money couldn't buy. Each year, she traveled with her father to Pakistan to oversee their business projects. To him it was business as usual. To her, it was a rare chance to breathe outside of her father's carefully controlled world. One humid afternoon, as rain tapped gently against old glass windows, Inayat wandered into a dusty, forgotten library in Lahore. That's where she saw him. Taha. He wasn't dressed in expensive suits. His shirt sleeves were rolled up, his shoes scuffed from work. He looked tired, but his eyes held fire, determination, pride. He worked there part-time, stacking shelves and tutoring kids to pay for his studies. When their eyes met, something shifted. At first, it was small talk, discussions about books, literature, poetry. But soon books turned into dreams. Dreams turned into secrets. Secrets into love. For the first time, Inayat felt seen, not as the rich businessman's daughter, but as a person. But fairy tales don't stay untouched for long. When her father discovered their relationship, his reaction was volcanic. His voice thundered through their mansion in Lahore. "My daughter's future will not be ruined by some poor boy. Do you think you can drag our family name into the dirt?" Inayat's heart pounded, but she stood tall. Her voice trembled but didn't break. "Baba, money can buy comfort but it can't buy love. And my heart only belongs to Taha." Her father's face twisted in rage. He saw her love not as devotion but as betrayal. Taha too faced the storm. When confronted, he didn't beg or bow. Instead, he looked her father dead in the eye and said, "I can't offer her palaces. But I can give her loyalty, honor, and my entire life. That's worth more than your millions." The room went silent. Her father's lips curled into a bitter smile. "You? Honor? You'll never be more than a nobody." From that day, life became a battlefield. Inayat's family tried everything. Emotional blackmail, insults, even cutting her off financially. People whispered behind their backs, "The rich girl and the poor boy? It'll never last." Taha bore the insults quietly. But at night, alone, he clenched his fists so hard his nails dug into his palms. He whispered to himself, "They think I'm nothing? I'll show them. Not for ego. Not for revenge. But to prove that love, hard work, and dignity can build more than money ever could." Years passed. Inayat and Taha married quietly, without her father's blessing. Life wasn't easy. They lived in a modest home, sometimes struggling to pay bills. But every evening they laughed together over tea, their love stronger than any hardship. While others slept, Taha worked, days at his job, nights building a small tech startup from scratch. Inayat stood by him, typing reports, making calls, learning everything she could. Slowly, painfully, their efforts paid off. The business grew. Clients returned. Investors noticed. What started in a cramped one-room office grew into a company buzzing with employees, humming with energy. And one day, Taha's name was no longer whispered with mockery, it was spoken with respect. Where fate twisted the knife. Years later, during a business gala in London, Inayat's father attended as a guest of honor. He had no idea who the keynote speaker was. The lights dimmed. The announcer's voice boomed. "Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the founder of one of today's fastest-growing companies, Mr. Taha Khan." Gasps rippled across the hall. Taha walked onto the stage in a tailored suit. Confident. Powerful. The same fire still in his eyes, but now tempered with success. And when he spoke, his words weren't about revenge. They were about resilience, dignity, and the belief that true wealth comes not from what's in your wallet, but what's in your character. The audience erupted in applause. Cameras flashed. Reporters scribbled notes. But all Inayat saw was her father's face, pale, jaw clenched, eyes wide with disbelief.